some of those games were Mario. Were Mar Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Cremora here. So I'm really excited to be putting out the first video, and I had a good thinking about what I really wanted it to be about. And I didn't really want it to be straight walkthrough or review or playthrough of some game. I wanted it to be, since I want this to be a lot bigger than that, I decided to go back to the basics of video games. I mean, how did we get this far? So I wanted to talk about it. It's quite exciting when I think about it, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So I wanted to talk about video game history. Of course, it's not going to be a history lesson. Nobody wants that. Video game history, we can safely say, well, a lot of things happened. Like, there were so many events that shaped what video games are now, but I'm not here really to talk about every single event that occurred ever since everything started, but I can safely reduce it down to some eras that really switched things up for everyone. The first era for me is the birth of digital gaming, and that was through the Magnavox Odyssey console, which was the first home console that really made an appearance. The problem with it was that it was born at the wrong time, I think. But it really was what sparked the idea and just made it like games. Next up, the second era that was really interesting was the arcade gaming era. And that was really started with Sega's Periscope and with Taito. But really what made it stand out was Atari in 1972. So they created Pong. What happened there was Pong, as simple as it was, what it did was it really sparked the idea, and people were like, oh shit, it's an industry, it's a potential industry. The third era was the birth of home gaming. So the home gaming era was also done by Atari, and it was done by their 2600 or VCS console, and although that console had some really slow sales, but the problem there was not that it was at the wrong time, it's just that it was, since Atari was manufacturing the console as well as the games, they were not really as diversified as the public wanted, and so people grew tired of it quite quickly. Although the VCS included an external ROM slot, which sparked the idea for every single programmer out there and so many other companies to start manufacturing games. One of the games that really stood out in that era was Space Invaders. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Space Invaders because it was remade for more and more consoles after. Fast forward, one of the main events that really was game-changing was the video games American Crash. In that period, the whole industry was suffering. That is not necessarily a bad thing, because what that did was it created home computing games. So those home computer games mean two things. They mean more powerful tools, and they mean more complex and sophisticated games. So games were not really about catching the ball anymore, they were about catching a ball and not getting eaten by creatures. So yeah, the games were a lot more sophisticated. They included a little bit more storylines in there. The gameplay was a little bit more revisited and more, you know, catchier. You can play for a lot longer. And so it also was the birth of online gaming through the genre that was the MMORPG. Although some games at video, you know, in that time were really benefiting actually, and they were really great, doing great sales-wise and popularity-wise. And some of those games were Mario Bros and Pac-Man. Fast forward to modern age. That was an era where just everything blew up because the cost of the technology itself dropped. One of the main problems that was back then was the cost of the actual technology and the internet availability. Those were two down points that were slowing the industry down. But starting the year 2000, everything changed because the cost of technology dropped and internet suddenly became more available to people. So that's when really online gaming as well as home gaming became an amazing activity. If you want to connect with your friends or your family or with people all over the world, you can do that through video games. Another thing that happened in the modern era was the birth of mobile gaming. Now I know, it's debatable. It's quite debatable, but it is undeniably successful of an industry. The time-killing nature of mobile games is what made it so goddamn successful. When you're waiting for your turn at a doctor's, you're playing. That's a reflex. You know, games like Candy Crush, Angry Birds, Fruit Ninja might seem underwhelming for hardcore video game players, but they're games that are very successful and that everybody's playing. My mom plays those games, you know? She doesn't play video games, but she plays those games, and I'm happy when I see her playing those games, because I don't know, it just makes it feel like everybody can do that, and it makes it feel like a bigger community. And one thing is for sure, mobile gaming industry will never, I'm not going to say will never, because that's a very long term, but it's not going to slow down anytime soon. Modern age was also characterized by the birth of virtual reality and the implementation of artificial intelligence in games now. One thing we might notice is that video games now are not just about making something that is fun to play. Now it's a lot more about the experience. It's a lot more about making it more lifelike, making it more interesting, intriguing, and inclusive. That's the reason why now not only do we see more sophisticated games, but now we see like new tools, new concepts, new subgenres, and so many things happening every single year, to the point where it's going at such a rapid pace that every single batch of new games, new tools, new consoles, new graphics just blows the previous generation and blows it out of the water. I mean, it makes it seem so obsolete. And as I said, it's not about making a small little plumber, you know, rescue a princess anymore. Now it's about you diving into an experience that will make you shiver and will make you think and will make you feel like it's you who's playing, actually, like you're in there. So that was it for the history. That was a history class after all, and I apologize for that. I hope you guys got something, at least one thing, one teeny tiny little thing out of this video, and I hope it was helpful for you guys. I hope it was fun to watch, and if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends if you want them to see this as well, if you want them to hear about these informations as well. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join the small little army of Cremorians that we are right now. And don't forget, always be yourself and cherish who you are. Thank you guys for watching. Cremora out.